Standard Theory for Dentures. I am Sotokawa, a dentist practicing in Morioka City, Japan. This topic covers the how to use the remounting jig. Contents. 1. What is a remounting jig? 2. Dentures and models after polymerization. 3. Recording the occlusal surfaces of polymerized denture artificial teeth. 4. Model for recording denture occlusal surfaces. 5. Trimming and polishing dentures. 6. Fabricating the mounting model. 7. Mounting maxillary dentures on the articulator. 8. Equipment prepared for denture mounting. 9. Recording occlusion in center position and mandibular advance position. 10. Remounting the polymerized denture. 11. Measuring the sagittal condylar angle. 12. Occlusal adjustment. 13. Instructions for denture insertion and management. How to use the remounting jig. 1. What is a remounting jig? The remounting jig is one of the components included with the articulator. The remounting jig is used to mount the denture in the designated position on the articulator. This involves placing plaster on its table, imprinting the occlusal surfaces of the denture teeth into the plaster, and then removing the denture from the plaster cast. Here is an explanation of its usage. 2. Dentures and models after polymerization. As shown in the photo on the right, the maxillary denture after polymerization is removed while still attached to the working model. 3. Recording the occlusal surfaces of polymerized denture artificial teeth. The polymerized denture and model are returned to the articulator. The prepared plaster is placed on the table of the remounting jig. As shown in the right photo, the occlusal surfaces of the polymerized denture's artificial teeth are gently placed onto the plaster before it hardens. As a result, the occlusal surfaces of the artificial teeth are imprinted onto the plaster. 4. Model for recording denture occlusal surfaces. The photo on the right shows the occlusal record model removed from the remounting jig's table. The patient file number and date of acquisition are inscribed on the surface of the plaster. As a result, the maxillary denture can be mounted on the articulator at any time. The photo on the bottom right shows the back side of the occlusal record model. The model number of the remounting jig used is stamped on it. 5. Trimming and polishing dentures. As usual, the dentures after polymerization are removed from the plaster model and undergo trimming and polishing. 6. Fabricating the mounting model. After polymerization, the undercut areas of the denture are blocked out by packing damp paper. The denture is boxed using utility wax, and plaster is poured onto the mucosal surface. As shown in the lower right photo, a model for mounting is fabricated. 7. Mounting maxillary dentures on the articulator. As shown in the photo on the right, the maxillary denture is placed on the bite registration model of the remounting jig and mounted in the designated position on the articulator. 8. Equipment prepared for denture mounting. The photo on the right shows the equipment prepared for denture fitting. The procedure on the day of final denture fitting is as follows. Taking occlusal impressions for centric relation and mandibular protrusive position. Mounting the lower denture on the articulator. Measuring the sagittal condylar angle. Selective trimming. Automatic trimming. Denture fitting and explanation of care instructions. The procedures on the denture fitting day are extensive. Consequently, patients will have to wait for a long time. To minimize patient waiting time, the dentist's preparation is crucial. 9. Recording occlusion in center position and mandibular advance position. After trimming and polishing the post-polymerization denture, occlusal registration is taken in centric relation and mandibular protrusion. 10. Remounting the polymerized denture. Using the centric occlusion record, remount the lower denture in the articulator. 11. Measuring the sagittal condylar angle. Using the occlusal record of the mandibular protrusion position, measure the sagittal condylar angle. 12. Occlusal adjustment. Complete dentures are supported by elastic mucosa, making precise occlusal adjustments within the oral cavity impossible. Therefore, occlusal adjustments for complete dentures are performed on an articulator at one of the following 3 stages. The wax denture stage. The stage after polymerization but before removal from the model. After trimming and polishing using a remount jig. Among these, occlusal adjustment performed immediately before denture insertion, after polymerization and polishing, provides the patient with the denture exhibiting the least error. Occlusal adjustment is performed through selective grinding and automatic grinding. At this stage, one may realize how significant the errors can be, such as those from occlusal registration using a trial denture or errors due to polymerization shrinkage. 13. Instructions for denture insertion and management. The use of a remounting jig adds a complex step. However, dentists can provide patients with highly accurate complete dentures by using a remounting jig. Standard theory for dentures. How to use the remounting jig is now complete. If you enjoyed this topic, please click the like button. If you have any questions or concerns, please write them in the public comment section below.